Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First play, going to throw it. And incomplete to open things up. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Howe will throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Howe throwing on 3rd down here. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. To throw is Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is
touchdown, Cowboys! Donald Parham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that...
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Looking to throw, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Elliott. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Jake Ferguson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Slot man moves right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd down. Howell back to pass. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott under pressure. They got him again. Chase Young, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Deron Payne. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start hurts them there a bit. Backs them up to 2nd and 9. They'll go play action. Howell. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and given the 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here's Howell. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Prescott off play action. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, he sets to fire deep. And this throw will be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Howell. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Third and long, here's Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 26 and a first down. Prescott now from the 50. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Marr able to put this one through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go again with Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. Jaron Kearse in on the tackle.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get this down near the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Oh, Howell loses it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
46, 46. 47. 26.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Howell back to Gibson, and another catch for him. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Howell now to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Howell on the QB sneak. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Howell on the QB sneak. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And in hindsight, about set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On play action, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines a bit right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Brian Anger now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 36. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he is going to lose yardage here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Powell slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Howell. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 1st down, Howell to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Here's Howell. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 61 yards. And the Cowboys extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Powell to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. To throw again on second down. Powell, now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
It's Howell with another throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Throwing here, Prescott. His throw complete right side to the tight end, Parham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So this one will end in a victory for the Down.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the cyber slot, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone stallion with the lip. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take your tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips.